Hi everybody. Just come sat at the computer for a minute and I started to mark Bitcoin up, so I thought I'd record it. So, because everyone loves a bit of Bitcoin action at the moment, don't they? So, let me just share screen. Yeah. Okay. So, get rid of that. What I like to do, I like to get a look at what's happened in the past 2 months' price. So what I'll do, let's get rid of that and we'll go from it again. So I'll go to the daily. Okay. Zoom in. And what I'll first do, I'll put where the big move happened in the daily. Then when I drill down different time frames, it sort of moves its way up. But for now, okay. And then what we'll do, get a bit closer. So the only true thing on the charts is the candles. So we all know the banks run algorithms which like to keep buyers and sellers in, and then when the money gets pumped into the market to move to collect the orders again, that's when we get the big stupid candles. So what I'll do here, I'll find the 1st of March. As we've set off in a downtrend, I'll put my fib on to follow the downtrend, and then I'll find the 1st of April, the low, knock it off. I like to do at least a couple. Find 1st of Feb, check which way it was going. To me, that's an uptrend for the first few days. So I'll go to the bottom. This is just how I look at things. Doesn't have to be followed, or if anybody can get anything from it, that's perfect. That's why I do what I do. Okay, lock it off. And then January, may as well get 3 in while we're not Timmy's. Just before it falls on that day, because the algorithms change per 24 hours and per monthly. So if you're just looking at the price of when the algorithms change, that will be classed as a good banker's candle because it falls on the 886. So you could possibly mark that off. It's pushing towards there now, but now we've got an outside look at price. We know we had a big push up there, but then that's the last up before a down move, so that's classed as a banker's candle. That'd also be classed, and that'd be the bang on one with it being a daily. That took a day to form that, and then you've had the push 2 days later. Okay, so we've got a daily view. We know we're not creating higher highs yet, so we've had a lower, but we've retested down from down here, which is possible candle in here when I break down. We've had a push, take back one of these orders here that they've pushed off from, had them back, but it's not quite come back and touch Let's drill down a bit. Let's go down to the 4 hours, see what's happening. Sorry, get rid of that now. Right, so see how we're just for the month. The moment we're floating around this 88.6 for the whole month. And that when I was listening to that Al Brooks, he says if you're looking at the over the month, if the market's moved nearly 100% of its, you've got about a 10% chance of it retracing back down to its where's that gone? Might have been on there for now. Yeah, a 10% chance of it retracing all the way back to the bottom. So I'd possibly look, see how that falls on the 71. So we're looking for buys because we are creating higher lows, but we're not creating higher highs. So we're sort of funneling up. So there's a possible chance that algorithms are heading for this 46 mark. But after a push, we always have a retest. So if we can capitalize on the retest on the way up, and then we've got a decisional area up here that you can either test and break or test and retrace. But there's some big manipulation going on in the Bitcoin. It's everywhere you look. This is why they class it as volatile. Only take trades based on your account size, lot size. But I'd possibly be looking, if I'm just looking for quick buys in and out, I'd possibly look for that area there. Obviously Bitcoin's, and I'd possibly look to go to the previous high of the month. Set a little alarm there. We're only in the 4 hour. So if I was to set an alarm in the 4 hour once per minute, if we were to come down to the hour, I could possibly tighten that up a little bit. Last candle down, which then would bring the entry down. And I wouldn't go any lower than the 15 because the 1 hour and the 15 pretty much match up candle wise. Probably get a little bit more precision entry. Let's have a look. Yeah, can you see what I'd be looking to do in that situation was I'd set my alarm there, but I wouldn't do anything because it's sat. I'd put another line there with me in the 15. It has touched it, but with it being so close to a big piece of imbalance candle, that to me is an engulfing setup. It's knocked them out from before. There's no, you've possibly got a little bit down here, maybe there. But this is, you're talking, there's a few thousand points there. They pushed up to take everybody out on the retest. Took everybody out down here. People who set stop losses, buy stops, everything. And they made the move. Big chunk of IPA. This looks nice to me here. But I'll set an alarm there for it to give me a little ping. As you can see, it happens everywhere. took them out, made the move. Come back for the retest. Oh to God. Filled their orders again. We're just going a little bit sideways now, collecting some momentum. Buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers. Oh, take the sellers out. Move it up a little bit more. Because we're at that 88.6 on the monthly fib. It's a very indecisive area. You're in the extreme as such. You've had, let me go up to the hour. Okay. Say over the month. Yeah, we started up here. Pretty much where we are now. Got a big push off at the beginning of the month. Big sell off. Took all their orders back on the way down. Oh, I don't see them there. Thank you. Take them back. Let's put a line on it. Last candle. Patience. Leave a pending there. They have to come back to get their orders filled. Bitcoin. We go. Last up before a down move. Stop loss above the previous wick of that structure. Came back, filled the orders. This is just in the hour view. Left that pending there after the big push happened. On to 11. Yeah, you could say there's some up here, but it'd take a lot. We've created the low, create the high. We're sat just below the 71 of the month, which had already been created. So for it to push through the 71, you'd need, after a momentum push like that, bulls have nothing left. So they need to get some back. So they've got their orders back from here, but there's just not been enough consolidation built up for the push. So it's retested. And now they're building the momentum again. Building, building, building. Took the sellers out, took the buyers out, took the sellers out, made the move. Towards the end of the month, getting to a nice bit of true price coming up. Buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers. Oh, look, happened again there. Big push off. Last up before a down move. Stop loss under your candle. Zoom in a bit so you can see a bit better. This is the hour view, don't forget. So you could always break it down, but we've had the push off, creating all this IPA imbalance, whatever you want to call it. This was the banker's candle that they mitigated previously on the push. So it's a very decisional area. Tested it, couldn't break it, tested it, couldn't break it. Buyers, sellers, very nice. Sellers, but the bulls carried on pushing, trying to push. Bears want these orders back. You cut, let me just see if that matches. So that would be your last down before your up move, not the little doji. But you can't write it. Come back, filled their orders, had a little bit of consolidation for a few hours just to build up some suspense, as they call it. Pending orders sat there. And you could, pending order would be sat there. Okay, your first take profit would be there. Your first wick, first high wick. Second profit could be there. As it retested that a couple of times. Let's just zoom back. And then because we've had all this action on the way up, with your fib over the month, you could possibly look to go for, you could trail your stop loss with it, as most of us do. But if we've retested and we've had a sharp push out of the consolidation, you're looking to go to a previous high, my personal opinion from back testing. And you can't, oh, that would be under that wick there, sorry. So get my little measuring tool for a time scale. So for over just a day, just from setting a pending from a big push off, remembering risk management, risking 1% to gain, you'd be gaining. Always go for your first high. Always go for the first previous high, regardless. It's a safe profit. You're more than likely going to hit it. But that's a 1 to 5. That's done. And that 1 to 5, in fact, even if you'd have gone to that high, you could have had that done in 11. Bought in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. Set at the previous high from the push off. Stop loss below your wick of your candle. 9 hours, 1 to 4. Not even had to do anything. Pending order was set. Previous low. Yeah, if it went the other way, you've lost 1%. But with all the action that's happened over the month, with the big push down at the beginning of the month, and then the bulls buying back at this end of the month, buys are on the table. We've not broke any structure to the downside anywhere. We keep coming back and retesting the structure. So yeah, we are at a decisional area, so trade carefully as always. But we've pushed, we've had them out, but we've got all this IPA sat here, So towards the end of the month or beginning of next month, we could see a sell-off. But I'll definitely have a little look at this when this goes off. Because that's a lovely piece of IPA. So was that down there. Some of that's been taken back with that. Some of that one's been taken back, but that hasn't. So yeah, we'll have an alarm set there, and then that's the high of the month. So if we do have the retest, we'll be looking for it to obviously my first take profit will be there, and then I'll trail my stop loss as it moves to possibly there, and then hopefully all the way to the moon. So yeah, that's my look at Bitcoin this Sunday morning, afternoonish. I'm going to have a little morning with my daughter now, Mother's Day and everything. Hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and see you on the charts. Peace out for now.